today we got a Dodge Durango with 3.6 engine in the shop. These engines are very notorious for having head gasket issues. Being an all aluminum block with aluminum heads with this really stupid line here in the middle. Very common to have your exhaust gases go into it. It's usually a failure point right here, but it does fail in other areas too. These engines also suffer from cooling issues because if you don't have them bled properly or coolant gets a little low, you overheat this motor 1 or 2 times, it warps a lot of things and it can blow the head gasket fairly easily. So we did tear the engine down. We're doing all the new head gaskets. We had the heads sent off to the machine shop. They were warped, so we had them plane them down and we're reinstalling them. As I was reinstalling the head gaskets, one of these bolt heads actually stripped the threads in the block. It is not good when you have your own little personal little slinky. But it is a fairly common issue that most people do have when retorquing the heads on this block. Being all aluminum and using torque to yield bolts, you have hit or miss of whether you're going to pull the threads out or not. So you end up having to purchase this kit right here. These are to rethread the block. It's an excellent upgrade for these engines in general. It helps hold these heads down way better because rather than relying on the fitment between the bolt and aluminum, you're now going through a piece of steel that has better grip inside of the block. This kit is fairly easy to do. Anyone with a drill and some hand tools can use this kit. First we grab our alignment block, then we have the spacer and our head bolt. Then we have our drill bit adapter and our alignment tool. Now we're just going to install the spacer bolt into our alignment block here and screw it into one of these head bolts. Install your drill adapter here and then grab your alignment pin and you're going to align it up right there. Screw this down. That's aligned. Take your little drill. Couple ugga-duggas, you're not going to hurt nothing. The drill bit with this kit is a special drill bit, so you don't want to use your own. You must use the drill bit with the kit. Drill bit has a special profile to keep you from going into the threads too deeply, and it's shaved off the tip so it doesn't keep drilling through the block when you get to the bottom. Now, as you can see, before you really start drilling, you do want to clog up all of your ports. So we got a bunch of rags covering that side, rag covering into the oil pan, and I like to stuff rags all into the coolant jackets. Now we're just going to take our drill and we're going to start drilling slowly. You're going to go in a little bit, pull out, take out your adapter, and blow out the threads. You only want to drill a little bit at a time. You want to get the chips out of the block because that can affect the way it's drilling and it can limit you from going all the way down to the bottom where you need to go. After I drilled a little bit, now we're just going to take this, blow the chips out. As long as you got all your coolant patches, you can usually blow them out of the hole here. It's usually not too much of an issue. Later on we will take a rag, make sure we get everything nice and clean before we put the head back on. So now that we're done drilling, we could take our other adapter for the tap, install said adapter, tighten that down. Kit does come with 2 taps. The first one is mainly for cutting, so this is the more aggressive kind of profile. Really helps cut the threads nice and clean. And the other one is a bottoming tap and just gets the bottom taps or the bottom threads to the bottom of the block. Now again, when you do the tapping, you want to go only a little bit, back it off, blow out your threads, re-lubricate your tap here. It does come with some Tap Magic Pro Tape cutting fluid. So you just take your time, a little bit at a time, and you just go until you basically bottom this out at the bottom of the block. Again, you want to do this by hand, by feel. So once you feel it getting a little bit more than how it felt going in, you're probably hitting the bottom of the block. Once you've finished all the tapping, we can remove our adapter. Once again, make sure you blow those threads out really good. Now we could take our brand new little thread sleeve here. Very important to put on the Loctite. A good little couple dabs will do ya. And then just thread it on in. It does come with a little tool to help you turn it on in once you get past the block. And then you just turn it with this little tool until it's nice and snug, or you're kind of twisting the wrench a little bit. And clean off the little excessive Loctite right there. And then you just re-threaded your block. Before you do one of these engines, I do highly recommend you get this kit and have it in stock in case this does happen because you don't want to be waiting for it. The other thing I highly recommend is actually doing all of them and not just the one that had the issue, because if you put the head back on and another one strips, then you're gonna have to do it all over again. Comes enough to do the entire block, so I do just recommend doing the entire block while you're here, because one, it makes it better, allows it to have a little bit better holding power, and keeps it from a better chance from blowing another head gasket.